all my movie peeps. Today we're taking a journey into the past as I review Courage Under Fire. If you're not already, please be sure to subscribe and check out some of my other content, but in the meantime, let's get to the review. Courage Under Fire is a 1996 American war film directed by Edward Zwick and written by Patrick Sheen Duncan. It centers around a US Army officer who, despondent about a deadly mistake he made, is tasked with investigating a female chopper commander's worthiness of the Medal of Honor. While I certainly think this film has an interesting plot, I cannot say that it was executed well. With a highly recognizable cast consisting of great actors such as Denzel Washington, Meg Ryan, Lou Diamond Phillips, and Matt Damon, not even they could make the pros outweigh the cons. The pacing of this film is incredibly slow. It tends to drag on, and being that it is on the cusp of the 2-hour mark in runtime, it takes us an awful long time to get where we're going. Once we do finally get there, it is clear we could have gotten there a lot faster, and this film did not need to be nearly 2 hours long. Considering this is a film about the US military, there is a strong air of unprofessionalism about the entire film, and it can especially be found in the script's dialogue, something I strongly disliked from start to finish. In scenes depicting combat, our soldiers are delivering lines such as, "Please let me kill those fuckers," or "We got those fuckers." Many of these lines are not delivered with a sense of fear or urgency that you might expect. Instead, they are delivered in a joking manner where the actors in question are often smiling and laughing. I think depicting soldiers in combat smiling and laughing and treating killing people, even if they are the enemy, like a fun game was highly distasteful. People are dying all around, your comrades are dying, and these characters are treating their kills like a fun activity where you score points for every combatant you kill. I have no idea why this was done. I keep trying to find some logical explanation and I just can't find one. The unprofessionalism doesn't end there. We have soldiers talking down to or being disrespectful to superior officers on a constant, another aspect of this film I found surprising. But on the flip side, we have some superior officers caring very little about the responsibilities of their title and far more about lessening how annoying their duties can be. At times I was wondering if any character in this film took their job seriously. Hearing the way those in the military speak, I did not feel this film did them justice. I think the most professional person in the entire film, oddly enough, was the reporter. Throughout the film, it is suggested that Washington's character, Nat Serling, is becoming an alcoholic to cope with his mistake during his deployment. However, this is not so much depicted by the character and more just continuously mentioned by other characters. Serling perhaps drinks 3 times during the film, and each time he only drinks approximately a quarter of a glass full of whiskey. This hardly seems to depict a character becoming an alcoholic, especially seeing as how in every other scene he is completely coherent and functional. But everyone just keeps telling us he's drunk. While he does appear drunk in one scene, he is not so drunk as to be unable to communicate, and he does seem to sober up fast. But still, we never actually witness him getting drunk, and this was while he was off the clock. While I understand the film is trying to tell us how consumed with guilt and traumatized the character is, I don't feel they completely achieved their goal. Just having a bunch of people call someone a drunk doesn't prove anything. What I do appreciate about the story is that while Serling is investigating the worthiness of a female soldier receiving the Medal of Honor, this film never makes it about her gender. This isn't about a woman in a male-dominated field. This isn't about men versus women. This is simply about finding out what happened to a soldier in battle and do they deserve this honor. I also like the investigation aspect to the film, though they could have quickened the pace. The story takes the approach of there are 3 sides to every story: yours, theirs, and the truth. Serling, fueled by his desire to do the right thing in at least one aspect in his life, continues to see his case through. While it has slightly depressing conclusion, it is nice that the film does have a conclusion and at the same time is able to allow Serling to face his own demons. I like that there is at least the idea of certain characters being consumed with guilt for their actions and it affecting them differently. One turns to drugs and runs from conflict even though he wants to do the right thing. Another has sunken into madness and doesn't need to punish himself because he feels the universe is punishing him by killing him with cancer, though he is hardly the most deserving. The guiltiest party hides behind lies and false bravado, which all come crumbling down to the point his guilt is so overwhelming he takes his life. All these things make perfect sense and are smart choices, but for the most part they are subtle. Though, safe to say someone committing suicide by driving their car into an oncoming train is anything but subtle. Ultimately, I like the idea of the film, but I fail to find it truly engaging. I think the film pulls focus on one too many areas at times, and instead of depicting things they should depict, they just have them mentioned by various characters. Something about this film just comes off as very lazy, and I still did not enjoy most of the dialogue in this film. Sadly, this film just didn't do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Have you seen this movie? If so, comment down below and share your thoughts on it. Be sure to hit me up on social media, links in the description box. Until next time, bye.
There's love that is the truth.